Anniversaries mark the passage of time. Remember our victories and honor our losses. 2023 saw many important anniversaries: 50th Paris Peace Accords, 75th Berlin Airline, 200th Monroe Doctrine, and 250th Boston Tea Party, to name a few. 2024 will also see milestone anniversaries of important historical events. Here are 10 to note: the 10th anniversary of Russia's seizure of Crimea, February 27, 2014. It is tempting to think that the war in Ukraine began on February 24, 2022, when Russian troops attacked Kiev. But the war actually started 8 years ago when Russia captured Crimea. Justified land grab. First coercive attempt to change European border since World War II. On grounds that Crimea was part of Russia from 1783 until Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev gifted it to Ukraine in 1954. And now he said Ukraine needed be saved from far-right extremists. The truth is that Putin felt threatened by Ukraine's Maidan protests, which culminated on February 22, 2014, and resulted in Ukraine's pro-Russian President Viktor Yanukovych fleeing the country. 5 days later, unmarked Russian troops assisted by local paramilitary forces captured Crimea and installed a pro-Kremlin government. This government quickly organized a referendum on March 16 to bless Crimea's integration into Russia. The referendum, which gave Crimeans no option to remain part of Ukraine, passed with more than 90% support. 2 days later, Russia officially annexed the peninsula. The United Nations declared this move invalid. The United States European countries imposed light sanctions on Russia and expelled it from the G8 for its subsequent seizure of territory in eastern Ukraine. But they did not take any further steps. Historians will long debate whether the so-called measured response emboldened Putin 8 years later. 25th anniversary of NATO's bombing campaign against Serbia, the 24th of March, the 10th of June 1999. The collapse of Yugoslavia in the early 1990s set off rounds of horrific ethnic conflict. After publicly responding to ethnic cleansing in Bosnia, Western governments increasingly argued that they had a responsibility to stop mass atrocities. This new idea received its first tests when NATO countries moved to stop Serbian President Slobodan Milosevic repression ethnic Albanian Muslim residents Serbian province Kosovo, preserving autonomy they enjoyed under Yugoslav constitution. Serbian forces expelled thousands of Kosovars from their homes and led to World War II. In October 1998, NATO threatened to Serbia unless the attacks stopped and Kosovars were allowed to return home. This threat created a ceasefire, but hostilities soon resumed. In March 1999, Serbia rejected NATO's proposal to send 30,000 peacekeepers to Kosovo guarantee the province's autonomy. NATO's ING campaign began on March 24 and lasted 78 days. The attacks killed 2,000 Serbian civilians. A U.S.